Hey guys, it's Jack, and today we're going to be trying out some of the Fenty Beauty line by Rihanna, and I'll just be giving you my honest review and see how the products work out. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Alright, so I've already moisturized my face with this number 7 Beautiful Skin moisturizer. And then because I didn't get a primer from her line, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX moisturizing primer, which to me felt like it gave like a similar sticky yet pore filling appearance to the skin. So I tried to film this video yesterday and I liked it, but I just feel like I could use the product better, especially the foundation, because I'll show you guys it's not something that I'm really used to, but I really do like the finish, so let's get right into that. So on the back of this little palette, I'm going to take the foundation, which looks like this. I really like this packaging. It's heavy. It's the design of like the entire collection is pretty cohesive, and I really like the appearance. But some people like a little bit fancier packaging. I love a pump. Let's do 4 pumps. Now Rihanna came out with a sponge and a brush, both of which I really wanted, but then again there were so many products and so little money. I'm gonna be using my Real Technique sponge and just going in with my palette and the foundation and just dotting it around the skin. And then using that same side, I'm just buffing the product into the skin, bouncing it up and down. So this product is somewhat self-setting, which for those of you who don't understand what that means, it's not one of those foundations that you have to put heavy powder on top of to get it to set and not move around. What it's supposed to do is pretty much set itself on your face, and then any areas where you find you become oily throughout the day, that's where you should add powder. Now this foundation, as you can see, is pretty full coverage, and I really appreciate that considering I'm a guy. My skin isn't as nice as a lot of my girlfriends, texture wise, even though I do take really good care of my skin. Just generally, men have tougher skin than women, so that's just something I gotta deal with. This color is a little bit more of a warm tone on my skin, which I chose for a reason, because I'm kind of between 2 colors, and the one that is under this, which is just, it is my skin color, or my skin tone, it's just a little bit too light, and so I wanted to get this one for now, and then I'm gonna go and get the other one for the winter time, which is coming up, and I live in Cleveland, so we'll definitely be getting some snow and some cold weather coming soon, so my skin will also be lightening up, which is unbelievably sad considering I'm the color of paper already. Well, at least Fenty Beauty has a color for every individual. I'm just using a little bit more product on the areas where I feel like I need it. My cheeks, my nose. My breakouts tend to happen like right where I put my contour and bronzer, which is really cute, especially when you're cream contouring like we are today. Alright, now that we have the product on the skin, I'm really liking how it looks. I didn't buy any of the concealers, so we're just gonna use some of the ones I have. I plan on getting those next, along with probably the foundation brush, considering the highlight brush just looks interesting. Not to say it wouldn't work, but it's just not my favorite shape for highlighting. So I'll be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape just under my eyes. So notice how I'm just putting this under my eye and not really carrying it up to my cheek. Because what I'm going to do is I have one of the trio sticks which is very nice, I've heard, for lightening the under eye and giving some highlight to the face. Alright, now that we have the Shape Tape under my eyes, I'm just gonna see this little guy. Show you this guy. They're magnetic, which is amazing. I love the color. All the pops pop off, and the bottoms are all labeled, which is awesome. And the first one I'm gonna use is this light one called Linen. Just under my eye. Ooh, itchy. In the center of my forehead. And why not down there? Just trying it out. This product seems to like blend away like very nicely. And I've used a lot of cream sticks with like this texture, which is not extremely like creamy, but it's a little dense, which I always am worried about. But I always prefer if you can get the product right, because I don't like a lot of product on the skin, but I want it to have coverage and I want it to blend out easily, which this seems like it does. I'm very pleased with how that looks. I like that a lot. Alright, so put that back on there. Let's pull out the contour shade. That's what she looks like. Now I'm gonna go on my little talk about how I love contour sticks. I don't use them that often, and ones that I want to try out, like a specific Kim K Beauty, the product is so expensive and you don't get that much of it. I bought this in a trio for I think like $35 or $45. Neither of the prices are horrible. Look at how much product you get with just one of them. It's a no-brainer, people. Alright, so I'm just gonna roll that back down and apply it to the areas I would normally contour. I never do nose contour with a cream, but we're here, so why not try it out today? I'm gonna blend that nose one first because I'm afraid it's gonna set. So I'm gonna use this all over shadow brush by Revlon and just work that back into my nose. So I'm just softening that. And then on top of that, just a little bit blending with my sponge that I used on my face. I like it. It's nice. Alright, so for my contour, I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics No. 4 brush. I got this in a set. I don't know if you can get it on its own. But all of their brushes are really inexpensive and really great quality, so I recommend. Now the product does seem to set slightly, but as you can see, I've let it wait for a minute and it's still blending out really nicely. I always contour under the lip, gives it a bit of a shadow, makes it look like you have a little pouty look. Alright, so that contour stick has a really nice undertone. It's nice for, it's the light pack, so it comes with all three of these and it's labeled for light people, which I am, and I really like that. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is this pinky highlight color. Add that right here, the area I would put my blush and my highlight. You just blend that in. Once again, amazing. For the lips. I'm basically using this to just give a little bit of light back to the face before I like conceal, because I'm not a fan of like a full matte look. So I'm glad I did have that to lighten up my face a little bit. So the next thing I'm gonna go in with is the NARS Creamy Matte Concealer. I really like this concealer. I filmed a few videos before this, which you will never probably see, but all of which I use this product in it because I really do, I love this. So I'm gonna take vanilla and cannelle, mix them, and then any little acne spots or discoloration, I just add it and blend it with my finger. I get a lot of discoloration under my nose, and I tend to put more product there anyways, just considering my nose, it always gets really itchy, like right now. So I'm just gonna itch it. How nice. So I'm gonna mention this in the first video. This spot that I'm concealing right now actually has a little story behind it. So I've always had this little cluster of texture right there, and it's in the shape of a circle. And I've always hated it, and it's always been like a really big like insecurity of mine, but like I really don't talk about it much, and like some points in my life it like disappears. But when we first got it checked out, they didn't, like I went to a dermatologist and they didn't know what it was, but they were like, we could just take it out. And I was like, I don't know if that's the answer to everything. And I was also really fucking scared, so that didn't happen. Yeah, that's just a little story about that mark. So any matte foundation seems to grab on it, but this one looks pretty decent. A lot of the times I will blend with my finger because it distributes the product evenly, because it's soft and has a little bounce to it. It's like a little beauty blender. It's like the OG beauty blender. And I will use that instead of a like brush or something, because also the warmth of your finger helps warm up the product and move it evenly among that area. I just hate my nose so much. Like, the shape is fine, but like, just noses in general, they're like ugly, they're in the middle of your face, they take up the most space, like, oh god. Over everything on my face, just to make sure that it's all blended out and nothing's like extremely contrasting, either in color or texture. It's gonna take whatever's left on my sponge and just sponge that over my eyelids, because although I don't have a lot of her products, I have a good amount of her products to do an everyday natural face, but with still a little bit of glam. So I was just getting rid of some of the hyperpigmentation in my eyes. It's still a little bit there, but I actually sometimes like when I have like minimal makeup on, but I keep my eyes a little hyperpigmented, so like, I don't know, it kind of looks like eyeshadow. It doesn't work for everybody, but sometimes it works for me. I also really hate these laugh lines. They come all the way around. It's the worst. But you gotta love your face because you're stuck with it. So that's the motivation. So I'm gonna be using this new Fenty Beauty pressed powder. It's a mattifying, pore filling powder. And like I said earlier, and also I'm just using this brush just because like, I love this brush. And I don't like wasting that many brushes. I think you can use like your hands and brushes and beauty blenders like a lot on yourself, of course, you know, within the same session, because I don't know, just I think it's unnecessary to be using extra product and extra brushes if you don't need to. So I'm really just concentrating this under my eyes, on my nose, basically in my T-zone. Alright, so I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk brush. I think it was like a collection it came in. I'm just going to add a little bit more product on some of the areas where I'm going to put a little bit of powder on top. And so we don't have any weird grabbing issues. Just on my neck. And I'm like putting like barely any product on. I'm also just blending everything out. Alright, now that we have some powder on the face, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Natasha Denona, this little trio here. I like all of these shades, but I'm just going to go in with this little bronzy contour color and just use that on top of the cream. Just give it a little something something. Just on my jawline as well. Alright, so the next step in the Fenty Beauty line is the highlight, and I got one of the duos. She came out with 2 individual highlights and like 6 or 7 or 8 duo highlights. And I got this one, this Kilowatt Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal combo. It has this one which is like a more natural highlight for every day, and then this one's like has a little bit of glitter in it, but there's still nothing too crazy. I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. brush, 70 numbers, 105, and taking the less extreme one on top of my lip. All the high points of the face. And with what we already have on top, or underneath, it doesn't really add the most, but it adds just a little bit of light, and then we're gonna go in with the next one. And then just focus that on specific areas. Spool my eyebrows out. Alright, so the next step, I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown, and I'm going to be using just this tiny Essence angled brush. So you start filling in, working it towards the back, because you want to use the most of your product, and then fade towards the front, because that way you'll get a more natural looking brow. I always concentrate on this section so much, like right on the under part. I always concentrate on this section so much, like right on the under part. I prefer using a pomade just because I think it's a little bit more like painting. I prefer using a pomade just because I think it's a little bit more like painting. And I love like the aspect of makeup where it is like the artistic aspect of it, where you feel like you're working on a canvas with a paintbrush, and I just feel like you can apply the product so much more precisely with this. One thing that I've learned in art is if you use a pencil in things, like per se, like a mechanical pencil, it only has one thickness to the entire, in most cases it's graphite, the graphite pencil. But with eyebrow products, it's the same thing, but it's with the wax and the pigment. So you're only getting one shape, but you can really control what that shape is when you have this brush just by how much pressure you're putting on it. That's why like pencils, like actual wooden pencils, are better for both drawing and like for your lips and for like getting like a smooth line that isn't too harsh, because you can differentiate the size depending on whether or not it's on its side or straight on, or it's sharp or it's not sharp, just depends. Right, so I'm just combing some of the product through. I like thick brows because I feel like it just gives like the better picture to my face, just considering I am a guy and stereotypically we do have thicker eyebrows than women, although I do prefer like in between this and like a thin eyebrow. I don't like super like bushy James Charles block eyebrows that just go straight across. Like, I try and do a little something to mine. I like what I'm gonna be doing is taking this Morphe E28 brush and going back in with this Natasha Denona trio, and I'm gonna be dipping into this beautiful orange blush. Just doing that in the crease and on my lid just slightly. It's so flattering, especially to people with my eye color, which is green, by the way. I think it's just really nice. And then on the outer corner, just working in a little bit of that contour color to give it a little bit of depth. And then using this little teeny tiny brush right here, it's actually I think a lip brush, but it has like natural powders on it. I'm gonna mix, or natural hairs on it. I'm gonna mix these two colors right here and just add a little bit under my eye as well. Alright, so the next step is I'm gonna be curling my eyelashes. I always curl my eyelashes, but I'm gonna do them extra curly today, just considering I'm not gonna be wearing lashes because this look is pretty much focused on just the skin and how beautiful Rihanna's products make your skin look. So I thought I'd take away from the eyes just a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with this Lash Paradise mascara, which although I don't like fat brushes, I really do like this mascara, and the brush doesn't seem to get in the way too much. I'm just basically touching it to my bottom lashes. Alright, and then moving on to lips, I'm gonna be using this Bite number 10 lip liner, which is like my perfect shade. I have foundation on my lips, so it might not look like it, but it is. So if you guys are enjoying any of this, please let me know down below so I keep making these. If you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to know any suggestions as what I should do to make the show better, what I should do to, or what I should buy to test out for you guys. Do you like seeing more expensive products that are current, or do you like seeing more affordable products that are current, or my oldies but goodies? Just let me know down below, and I'll cater to your likings. Because I both want to grow as a makeup artist, but I also want to like grow with you guys and like learn from you, and like, because as a viewer of like countless beauty vloggers currently, like I understand how like difficult it is and like how weird it is to be so separate, but like I want you guys to be like in the beauty world with me, because it's like, it's for everyone, beauty's for everyone. And that's why I really like this like Fenty beauty campaign, is just because it's like, it is for everyone. So thanks, Rihanna. We're gonna try out my favorite product, and it was literally the first product I saw when I walked in the store. It is her only lip product, which I think speaks for itself, just considering she has 40 foundations in one lip product. It's gorgeous. So we're just gonna pop that on. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, we're just gonna set the little bit of setting spray. And then one of my favorite tricks is to go on top of a damp face with that highlighter. I know I probably don't need it, but I'm obsessed with it, so why not? I'm gonna go in with both and just add a little bit more. All right, and so I hope you guys enjoyed. That is all of this Rihanna Fenty Beauty look. My approval is 100%. I love this line, everything that Rihanna has made and put all of her hard work into, so keep it going, girl. And let me know what I should do in my next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. So thank you for watching. Bye. We did it! And my camera's about to die, so I'm pretty much the best makeup artist in the entire world. Heard it here, folks. Thanks for watching.